Ignore my focus. I know what's causing it.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's GreedFall live stream, where we have a quest in front of us called Compromising Documents. And I am quite certain, since we have a little bit of time today, we are definitely gonna get that one done, right? Now, I gotta... Okay, good. Now memories come up again. We did collect some documents on our crew, on our companions, where not every information was correct, but someone collected information, right? So we now need to talk to a merchant, and let's see what he is gonna has to say, and what he's gonna tell us in the next minute or two, or maybe even more. Now.
Hello. Are you Valens?
Indeed. What can I do for your lordship? Are you looking for tools for your workers? I have a large range of tools. Everything you need for mining or timber harvesting.
I have no interest in your goods. I have been sent by Her Highness, Aurelia de Vespe. She asked me to recover a chest you have in your keeping.
Of course, of course. It's stuffed between my goods in the street just behind us. I hope you tell your mistress that I obeyed her orders.
Do not worry. She will be told.
Alright. Good. We could have, taken the excuse route, but... Hello, Michael. But if we have the charismatic option there, why not, right? Now, we need to hide... No, we have something here. Hello. Now, notes on Constantine d'Orsay. Constantine was born in 1209. After the foundation of Cyrene in 1312, after the foundation of Pyrene. He is Prince Claude d'Orsay's second son. d'Orsay. Alright, he is Prince Claude d'Orsay's second son, born to his second wife, Julia d'Orsay. Recently appointed governor of Teer Fradee, Constantine d'Orsay has only been the prince's official heir since the death of his older brother. The cause of his death is explained in the attached letter. Julia d'Orsay paid some of our men to get rid of her cumbersome stepson. I must admit, I respect that woman. She could be one of us. That being said, the brother's assassination calls into question Constantine's legitimate and his claim to his father's fortune and throne. With such a mother, we can even be sure that he's the prince, real son, right? Attached to this letter is the agreed payment. Remember, it is imperative that your hand is not suspected in Lauren's death. My son must reign. Julia d'Orsay. Alright, good. Okay, and now we meet to with a nice guard. Alright, will do. Now, Michael, did you have a good week? To start off, to spark a conversation, maybe. Did you do anything new? Did you cook again? Now, let's go to our house. It was fine. How about you? It was fine. I shall not, or I cannot complain. You're cooking right now. May I ask what you're cooking? Oh, tortillas. Tasty, tasty, tasty. That is nice food too. Alright. Did you find with cooking a new hobby? And I will not try to distract you anymore. Now there's a letter. Before I pick it up, let's loot that. Why not? Pick that up. Now, a letter from a sympathizer. Your Excellency de Sardet, I know your enemies are in town and where to find them. Meet me at the town gates to know more. A guard. I don't know, I cook quite often for the past few years. Cool. That's very good. And it is fun, except the cleaning up part afterwards, if you have to do it by yourself. Alright, before we speak to the guard, let me actually save again. Well, not again, it's the first time today. But then we have a little chat with him. Hello, buddy.
Hello. Are you the guard who left me a message at the embassy?
Greetings, Your Excellency. Yes, it was me. I thought you should be warned when I saw those vermin bearing the Devesp livery.
This is indeed interesting information. Do you know if they're staying in town?
The delegation leader is always at the tavern. He drinks heavily. His men wander around town looking for trouble.
Thank you. I imagine you're expecting a reward.
No, Your Excellency, keep your money. I'll consider myself highly rewarded if you manage to put a stop to their horrible manipulative plans. My old battalion was almost completely lost to those vipers. They led us into a trap and left us to rot. So I don't know what you wish to do to them, but I wish you the best success.
Good. Well, a heavy drinker as a leader and soldiers who seek trouble, that is not a very, very good combination. Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people here have, you know, are cleaning stuff. Anyways, let's not get distracted by people who clean. Which is not a bad thing to do. Something you have to do from time to time. Let's get in. And let's talk to that dude. Hello, boy.
Hello. I wonder if we might have a word.
De Sardet, the D'Orsay family's henchman. I knew it. I knew I would meet my end by accepting this mission. After what you did to Ambassador Lavoisin in Hikmet.
If the ambassador and her men had not attacked me, they would certainly still be alive. Since you know who I am, you must know why I'm here.
Yes, the document chest. But don't think you can scare me into giving it to you. I've been scared to death since I got to this town. Since I got to this island. But I will not betray them.
Calm. We never wished you harm. We only want to recover some files. They do concern us, after all. Tell us where they are. A huge weight will be lifted off your shoulders.
That's true. Does it even matter? I don't have the chest anymore. I gave it to a group of inquisitors who don't like you very much. Those fools are so furious that they'd rather die than give you the chest. And Saint Matthias is with them. So, they're hiding out in one of the warehouses around the port. If you really want to confront them, it's your own choice. But you should say a prayer first.
Yep, and before we find the Inquisitor, I should not forget to save, maybe. Alright, do you remember how Burren told the emissary of the Westpiece to go screw themselves? Yes, it was in the last stream where the dude was practically lying, right? Where he acted up like a gigachat the first time. If that is what you mean. Let's say it like that. Oh, I am stupid. Nearly 12 minutes in and the first very stupid thing happened. I went too far. There we go. And let us save. Just to be on good ground here before we actually do enter. Yes, well, that is tied to your reputation with the factions. If you have a low reputation with them, he believes them and says something like, Sardet has proven to follow their own gold and is quite unreliable. Oh, I see, okay. Okay, good. Then this is actually good that we kept, you know, the friendly status basically with all the factions. That's actually neat that the statuses there reflect then on the conversations. That's cool.
So you found us. But don't rejoice too soon. You will not leave this warehouse alive.
Come. I'm sure we can work this out. I only want the Devesp chest.
Don't count on it. Some of our followers may tolerate your influence, but because of your close ties with our enemies, we will not.
We wanted to use these documents to undermine your power. But since the Enlightened has brought you before us, he must want you dead.
Okay, that escalated quickly. At least no whistling, right? One antique steel helmet. Not that that will make too much of difference, but oh, I at least want to have a green item, but for that we would need willpower. Alright, although it's okay, I guess willpower because of the magical resistance. Alright, that's too bad. Or maybe not. The common one we have has magical resistance. Anyways. Screw that. Now, notes on Legate Sardet. Now, that's the cool part, right? Sardet was born in 1210 after the foundation of Serene, 1313 after the foundation of Peren, appointed legate of the congregation before his departure from Serene. This young man carries out diplomatic missions entrusted to him by Governor Constantine d'Orsay. That's a nice name. According to our information, he's rather talented, but he's unfortunately too close to his cousin for us to count on his willing loyalty, we must therefore either get rid of him or blackmail him. I think it's quite funny how games just somehow agreed to make legendary or really good stuff purple. Yeah. Epic stuff purple, and isn't there the orangey the origin thingy, then legendary blue, green, to keep them apart. But on the other hand, Michael, do you know what? I think I have this at least with the how you control the games or the control schemes in games. This is what I at least with the item quality, that you have a certain red line going through. This is something which I think is not so cool, that every game has a different, or many games have different key buttons for the control scheme for, I don't know, reloading weapons, yada yada yada. I think it's actually good when games share a common control set. And that's what I do at least like with the quality thingy. And the first time I saw it was actually in 2004, I think, with the release of World of Warcraft, or 2005. Somehow that was my first time seeing it. It might have been before there. This shouldn't be a problem, since it seems that the legate is not a legitimate child. Indeed, the child was presented to the court in the autumn of the year 1210, but we have gathered several documents proving that his father, General Mark de Sardet, was sent on an expedition nearly a year before his birth, and he never returned to court. Livy de Sardet must therefore have birthed a bastard. Yeah. Well, I cannot really agree. You can always change the button overlay. Of course you can always change it, I know that, but that's extra work I need to put in. For a simple thing like having common knowledge agreement on certain stuff, like in FPS games, WASD is for movement and not suddenly, I don't know, YZTF. Except not all, Livy de Sardet didn't birth anyone. Well, that's what we hopefully find out. If it's already been told us, I have forgotten.
It's blocked.
Yeah, that's because that was not the door we came in. The information that she did not birth the MC, I either have forgotten or didn't know. That's what I meant with didn't find out. Alright, now we need to return to New Serene. Will do. Thankfully, we have fast traveling available, which is neat. Sorry, said that. Oh yes, you're absolutely right. I didn't think there. that he was born native parents. His and her, or her mother was abducted. She was born on a native North ship and raised by the family. You're right, obviously. Yeah. Yep. And even I said when Kadesh was here that he has a native legacy, right? Yeah. Didn't think. Luckily that doesn't happen too often, me not thinking. That's a good part, you know, Michael, when not thinking and forgetting is not happening very often in your life. And that's just fine. Talking about forgotten, Michael, I have not forgotten the Elden Ring video. I think I understood it, but I did not. I think it was not unfunny, but I didn't value it as particularly funny. I have to say.
There being posters here last time we came.
What does it say? Oh, I can't read your language.
Although what I did like was actually was it at the end where the weird thing to say. Yeah. Some things, you know, luckily we all have a different kind of humor, right? What did I want to say? What I did like in the end was actually that when he put all the why he was the first Elden Lord, and he put it all in the other way with the, what's it, pedophile? I didn't say that word. And he turned everything around. That was kinda neat. Propaganda poster. The Governor Dorsey and his henchman, the Sardet, are both illegitimate. They, holy moly, what for words, usurped their position at the head. Yeah, I need to wait a second. You. Okay, got it. Usurped their positions at the head of this town, built by Lady Morange. Their titles of nobility will obtain through the blood of innocence and bastardy. They used the prince's kindness to climb to power. People of New Serene reject these usurpers, choose new legitimate leaders. What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
What is this nonsense? Another Devesp trick. They'll truly stop at nothing. These posters could cause a full-scale riot. We must stop them from spreading around town.
Didn't Godfrey say that he is a Gigachat because he did very, very cool stuff, and then
As was to be expected.
the other dude said something in the end like, yeah, be the first one, but you actually did that because,
We should talk to them.
yeah, and then the other guy, which is Radagon, said something like, yeah, but you are basically a pedophile, you did that and that, you screwed your own mother. Wasn't there stuff like that he put it all in the bad way?
This is incredible.
Or put a other point of view on it?
We're involved in sordid affairs.
It's obviously a lie. How can...
Greetings, madam. Did you happen to see, by any chance, who stuck up these posters?
Oh, you are the famous legate these posters speak of. You would never tell me if it were all true. Anyway, if you want revenge against the woman who stuck 'em up, you're too late. The guards caught her in the act, and when they saw what was written on the posters, they took her to the barracks. She must be rotting away in jail now.
Thank you. And you shouldn't believe those lies.
As if you could say anything else.
You can always say things other. Yes, he said something with the P word. Your first son is a P. He did say something like that. Okay, he didn't say that Godfrey is a P, but he said that his son is a P. So he did practically say something with the P word.
Come closer, good people. Secure it.
That we already read. That's why I guess it was not marked on the compass. And I was not so ready for hearing that Godfrey the First Gigachat is a Do you know what? I think there's definitely not gonna be anything bad happening with that, but it is actually kind of funny, right? Imagine either anyone at YouTube or anyone randomly coming in here and has no clue about Elden Ring and reads that message. What will they think? Your last one. I was not so ready for hearing the Godfrey the First Gigachat is a P-Lord. That should... It's definitely kind of funny if you have no clue about Elden Ring and then read such a message. That's again not what I said. I mean, not right now. I was referring to if anybody who has no clue just randomly reads that message, what he is then at that moment thinking. I was not referring to that again. But anyways, maybe, see, that's my humor. Yeah, and I'm talking about without context. And I think if I would read that without context whatsoever, not knowing anything about Elden Ring or what's going on here, I think I would start laughing. A bit.
Hello. I'm the bastard murderer from your posters.
Oh, Your Excellency. I'm not responsible for the content of those posters. I had no choice but to stick them up. In a sense, the guard's arrest protected me, but my partner is under lock and key and guarded by armed men who bear the De Vespe livery. They are responsible. They forced me to stick these posters up all around town. They threatened to kill my partner. If you don't stop them, they will kill him. I beg you, free him.
I believe you, and I will free your friend if I can. Do you know where the other posters are? I must destroy this nonsense before it creates a riot.
No, they only gave me one stack of them. They certainly have more, but I don't know where they're hiding the rest. The men who are holding him must know.
Very well. I have no other choice but to free him. Where is he being held?
Behind the barracks, along the docks. Please, hurry!
Alright, let's hurry and do something good for a change, right? No, that is the wrong way. I hate them buildings. Okay, then we need to hurry to harbor. I was just calculating which way is quicker. Got that. Sometimes I am asking myself, what the heck am I doing? Anyways. What I meant is that if I would come, here's a newcomer to the first thing I saw was a message about pedos. I would either rewatch back to the point where they talk about it or simply ask the chat. Yep, that might be. Oh, okay, they're dead. I'll send you a video later and make it a meme, okay? Do we have a choice?
Thank you for freeing me from those murderers' clutches. Do you know where my friend is? She went to stick up those horrible posters.
She sent me to rescue you. She was imprisoned, but she'll probably get out soon. The presence of these men will prove that she had no intention of causing an insurrection.
Oh, you've taken a great weight off me shoulders. I was worried she'd been killed. They were such brutes.
I must destroy the rest of those posters. Do you have any idea where those men could have hidden them?
Well, they spoke of having a reserve just outside of town. In a small hut, if my memory serves me well. You should go and check.
Thank you. And try to avoid the Devesps in the future. They're dangerous.
Avoiding dangerous people is always a smart thing to do. Why you keep asking if you have a choice? Of course you have. Let's be honest, you just want to be edgy and look like a victim asking the question. No offense. And me on the other part, I'm just thinking, why do you even, and don't say because you're polite, why do you frame it like a question if it's not, if you don't really care about me saying yes or no? And no, this has nothing to do with victim blaming or anything.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Oh boy, I should have saved. And to be honest, I actually don't try to be looking edgy in any way. Just saying. I do care if you said no, I wouldn't send you anything, you would miss out something, but I would respect your opinion. And you should know me that I would not say no, actually. Let me put it in other words, Michael. You don't need to ask, you can just send. And you are not annoying at all. Maybe I should have put it in that words. No need to ask. Alright, now back. A lot of walking. Today it's a little bit like a walking simulator. But that's fine. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna go in the wrong direction as long as I did before when I was trying to go to the harbor. I'm annoying myself. Fun fact, Michael. I am annoying myself. I'm annoying myself very, very often too. So you are not the only one who has the same problem, annoying himself. Ah, yeah, we need to go up. Okay.
Sardet, you seem somewhat gloomy. What's troubling you?
As you may have heard, the de Vespe family has sent a delegation to the island. It's led by the prince's daughter herself.
Ah, most curious. And very worrying indeed. But you didn't come all this way in person just to bring me the bad news, I take it?
You've read my mind. Knowledge is power. I need all the information you've got.
Alright, then. Yeah, let's begin with showing.
I recovered some documents that Aurelia intended to use against us. I also brought you the wedding contract.
Let me see. Yes. A skillful blend of truths and untruths, as is to be expected. I'm afraid, however, this letter from Julia d'Orsay, Constantine's mother, is genuine. But your cousin is not to blame for his mother's folly. It caused him more harm than good, and he was but a child when his brother was killed. But the implication that he's not the prince's son is absurd. You know them both, and you know how much Constantine looks like his father. As for these documents about your mother, poor Livy would never have deceived your father. And furthermore...
It's all right. I know. I'm a native of Teer Fradee. My real mother was a Deneg out of the seaside Nemeus clan. So in a way, all this is both true and completely false. I'm not General de Sardet's son, and my mother never deceived him.
I wasn't aware you knew. It's true you were adopted, and though the adoption was somewhat irregular, in any case, I doubt that this information could truly be used against you. The revelations about Constantine are more cause for concern. But since you recovered the evidence, we needn't worry about it being used against us. Providing it's the only copy, of course.
I believe so. What do you make of the marriage contract? Is it genuine?
Well, the writing is that of a court clerk. But their handwriting all looks the same. It would be difficult to tell if it was truly written by your uncle. As for the seal... well, I'm almost certain that it is a forgery, but an excellent one at that. That being said, without the seal itself, you'd be hard-pressed to prove it. If we denounce this contract without evidence, everyone will say that it's just an excuse to get out of the wedding.
In that case, I need to find that seal. Let's hope Aurelia de Vespe has brought it with her.
I'd wager she did. She may want to use it again. If you want to find it, you'll have to get her away from her camp to have a good chance to search her belongings.
As I'm supposed to be organizing the princess's arrival, Lady Morange can surely help by sending for her. Thank you, sir.
Was there anything else you wish to ask?
I don't think so. Okay, and I won't send it yet since I'm still cooking, but I can say that the topic is gonna be streamed, so you definitely understand it.
I must be on my way. Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
Curious.
And tread carefully.
I always do. Alright, then we go to the good dear Lady Morange, where I always think of orange. The fruit, not the color. And she should be not too far off. A little bit to the left, and then we are already there and will, I want to say, pick a fight. I don't think we are going to pick a fight with the dear lady.
By the look on your face, you've already experienced the Devesp's deceit firsthand.
Indeed. Aurelia tried to blackmail us. I had to recover evidence she gathered against my cousin and myself, and stop a riot in town she caused by sticking up posters which mocked us, and which depicted you as the heroine.
And I can assure you I'm not responsible.
I don't doubt it, madam. However, Sir de Corsillon told me that the seal used on the wedding contract was fake, but that we needed the fake seal itself to prove it and put an end to this sham.
So, you would like me to get Aurelia de Vespe away from her quarters, so you can search them at your leisure?
That's the general idea. She did ask us to organize her arrival. Your message shouldn't surprise her.
Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm going to write. The young de Vespe may be talented, but I have years more experience. Oh, if I may offer some advice, you should question the Nauts who brought her here. They must have gleaned some information on our charming princess on such a long journey in close quarters. Admiral Cabral should know where they are. You should go and see her. Do you have any other questions?
No, will do.
Goodbye, Lady Morange.
Goodbye, Your Excellency. Be careful. Don't underestimate the trickery of the de Vespes.
No. We will not be manipulated by other people. Not in this game. Okay. Search the camp. We will start striking back by asking, talking, questioning, and having nice conversations. Alright. Basically just straight down. Right? Yeah, not that straight.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Teer Fradee. You'll find all you need.
Ah, yeah, what I forgot. Let's save again. I'm sorry. Has to be. I think in this game I'm saving a little bit too often. But on the other hand, it doesn't harm, right? And theoretically, you cannot save too often in games where you are able to save, so to say.
De Sardet, what can I do for you?
Greetings, Admiral. I came to see you as I seek information about Aurelia de Vespe and her entourage. Since they landed on this island, they haven't ceased their efforts to undermine our city and our diplomatic position. And since they traveled on your ships for several months, I thought you and your men would surely have things to say about them.
We don't make a habit of revealing information about our passengers, but I'm willing to make an exception this time. Since we got here, Part of our ship's crew, those who were in contact with the Devesps, haven't been heard from. The rest of the crew, the ones who steered the ship, are here. They're worried and fear the worst for their comrades. I would be very grateful if you inquired of their whereabouts. If you find them alive, I will not object to them telling you everything they know. Quite the opposite. One thing is certain. The Devesps will never set another foot on one of our ships.
Rest assured, I'll do my best to find them. Goodbye, Admiral.
Goodbye to Sardet. And be careful.
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
So, the second person telling us to be careful. Alright, then search for the missing knots will do. And that is then, hopefully... yeah. Not around the corner, but luckily we do have a traveling point around. And then travel to this camp. Now, okay, they're not too far off. Oh, not they, but maybe. Not maybe, the place where we need to look is not too far off. Where we need to look for clues. And it sounds we're gonna have a little fight in front of us. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. Oh, there was still one dude lurking around in the background. Okay, the key opens the cell in which the Nords are being held hostage by Aurelia, the West Spandescence. Spandescence, that sounds neat. When I picked up the armor, I first of all read spandex. That is something a little bit different, I know. Okay, before we open up the cells, okay, I received the link, by the way. So, notes on Governor Cornelia, Mother Cardinal Cornelia. According to Thelemi's records, Cornelia was born in 768 after St. Matthias, 1285 after the foundation of Peren. The Mother Cardinal comes from a high-ranking, deeply religious family and therefore had a fully mapped-out future in the hierarchy of Thelemi. In spite of certain setbacks in her youth, our informants tell us that she was a regular customer in places of sin. However, she apparently got rid of her old demons, thanks God, once she entered the Order, apparently being The operative word servants have told us that orgies are organized in St. Matthias and that the Major Cardinal is involved in one way or another. Dirty, dirty woman. Finding embarrassing proof on her dealings shouldn't be very difficult. She's fall into line. Yep, and that's what we found into her basement, right? Okay. Oh, Governor Burhan. So let's see. Governor Burhan was born in Al-Sad in 164 after the foundation of the Alliance, which translates to 1292 after the foundation of Persen. Born to a powerful family, Burhan was first renowned as a great mathematician and philosopher. He wrote several books before turning towards diplomacy and being appointed governor of the young Alliance colony on Teer Fradee. We have failed to find any interesting details about the governor himself. He seems to be a rather peaceful man. However, we could easily make trouble for him by supporting his rival Kurnas. Their faction is growing more and more powerful on the continent, and Kurnas has long wished to replace Burhan. Until Burhan is sent back to Al-Sad, supporting the native rebels with whom they are at war should suffice to occupy him.
Those Vesps disgust me with their little files full of horrible information on everyone. But make no mistake, if we don't stop them, they'll have the whole island at their beck and call with this kind of information.
And once we are at the camp, we are gonna put some stuff into our chest in order to be able to run again.
Someone here. We need help. Help! Thank you. Thank you immensely for having freed us. Had we stayed here, those lunatics would have killed us.
They already killed one of the men by giving him some kind of potion.
Yes. Aurelia de Vesp came, with a smile on her face, and poisoned one of our men. To test the effects of a plan. That's what she said.
We must go through Aurelia's things. We need to prove that the wedding contract was forged to stop her from causing harm. Did you see or hear anything which could help me while you traveled here with Aurelia de Vesp?
That woman is very secretive. She isn't the kind of person who speaks of her plans in front of those she treats as servants.
I served her in her cabin. Every time I came in, she slipped the documents she was reading or writing in special chests. However, one day I heard her talking to one of her followers. She told him that with all the information they had gathered, they would easily take over the island. She clearly spoke of bringing the other governors to their knees with the information she had against them. She wants to blackmail them.
She probably kept us locked up here because she knew that we had heard her plans.
That's undoubtedly true. Thank you for this information. Do you know how to get back to the Admiral, now that you're free?
Yes. Don't worry. We'll soon be back on our ship. Thanks to you. Goodbye, Your Excellency. Be careful.
We always are. Now we need to find a camp, which is just around the corner. In case you'd like to watch it on stream, you can, since the dude's channel is not even the original creator. That, in the end, does not really matter if he's the original creator or not. I have to be either for the next 10 days or for the next 90 days a little bit careful with that. So I probably will watch it after stream and not on stream. Not. Yep. EA copyright strike me for a game. For yesterday's game, I already sent a review thingy in, which they now sent to EA. And if I'm lucky, For what? For gameplay? Yep, for the gameplay of Immortals of Avenue, the new game which was released today. I uploaded a video yesterday, and EA copyright struck me for that. And now they are, if I'm lucky, the strike is going to be removed in the next 9 or 10 days. It's going to be reviewed right now, otherwise it's going to be here for 90 days. So, fingers crossed. And I know Let's Plays are normally considered as fair use. That's what I wrote in the review thingy. The only, by the way, the only reason why I see EA banned or copyright striked it was that the game was released today. I was able to buy the game yesterday, and I released the video yesterday. I think that's the reason why they misused the copyright strike thingy. That's what I think. But that's the reason, Michael, since now if I get 3 copyright strikes, the channel is gonna be terminated, right? So with copyright infringements, I would be, for the next couple of days, a little bit careful than I usually are. Yep, I see there's a second but not the first one, yep. It's a shame, because I already had yesterday, after an hour, 1,000 views. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, my stupidity. They do block, surprisingly.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Okay, I have a feeling that ain't a healing potion. I'm not sure if it's just after the second strike or even after the first one, but I've heard that YouTube can and probably will go through people's channels, including the old videos, and can strike them too. Then that happens, but this strike was was manually created by EA, so some dude there was sitting, seeing the video, and manually letting it strike. The bad part is, or not the worst part is, I at least saw one other small YouTuber with, I think, around 2,000 subs who live streamed the game yesterday morning, and guess what happened to his video? It's still online. It's weird. To be honest, the real reason EA striked the video is because there are a bunch of... Yeah, I see it the same. So fingers crossed. It's still not a good feeling to have the strike, and it's actually I hope for the best that the review goes through and in 10 days it's gone. It's instead of the 90. Well, and I do hope that, by the way, that there's not gonna happening anything to the other videos in the next couple of hours. By now, it's only one. Okay, I will go very, very quickly to the restroom, which is, well, anyways. And you know, since you mentioned early access, I would just like to say my opinion. I would just like to say my opinion, and that is, if you pre-ordered any game, you should get early access to it. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, and before we go to the restroom topic, to be utterly honest, even if they playing it earlier than other people to buy it for on the release day, that is, I would even like more than visual shit they are putting into games, like skins for having pre-ordered it. Then I'm rather playing it earlier. That would be my opinion. Yep, imagine going to some other people's restroom. That would be kind of funny, right? Although, back in the day, right, years ago, shared, at least in Germany, in Eastern Germany, there were shared restrooms in your living. If you were renting a place, you had shared restrooms. That is kinda sad. Okay, give me just a second. I'll be back very, very quickly. Funny thing, in the UK it is illegal not to let strangers use your bathroom if they need it. And what I meant with... okay, that's weird. That's a weird law. I wouldn't like to let strangers use my bathroom, actually. Or I would just bloody not open the door. And what I meant with the pre-orders, by pre-ordering the game, you show the developers your trust in their games, and that the least they could do is that you play earlier for that. Yep. But I somehow have the feeling that nowadays many things which were better years ago, on sometimes not, just changed. It's always money first, and releasing games too early. Good. Then I want to have progress. Let's search for clues. I think all the bad boys are down. Actually, nowadays it's probably the best thing not to pre-order games. Maybe the best thing nowadays is actually to wait 1 or 2 months to be sure all the bugs, or most of the big bugs, are gone. That's actually a sad reality. Oftentimes. There are obviously a couple of exclusions. Something completely different. In most cases, pre-order was never early access. Yes. I think we have to read music again, right? Oh yeah. Haven't we missed that? Note concerning the knots. Keep the knots who served us during our crossing locked up in the underground rooms under the ruins in the south of the region. They must not reveal what they witnessed, and having a few knot hostages could be of use against their admiral if needed. Alright, we found the seal and the diary. Unfortunately, my plan to get rid of the Sardet and their companions failed. What a shame. Without their support, Constantine would have bent the knee without balking. However, we have enough evidence to keep those two carnivores in step, yet I fear that my plan will be difficult to implement. Even if I do manage to make those two obey, the former governor and the other Dorsey family loyalists still hold sway over the colony here and could jeopardize my plans. Alas, I've run out of poison, but I've spotted a few plants in the area that could be of use. Once Lady Morange is out of the picture, I'll get rid of the others, and then all we'll have to do is rise up and take our places at the head of the city. Father will be surprised, but I'm sure he'll be proud. I can't just shake my head.
I must admit that the de Vesps are clever and well equipped.
In any case, thanks to this seal, we can prove that the contract was forged. And we can send Mr. Vesp back to the continent.
That may be so, but after seeing what was written in that journal, I'm worried about Lady Morange. We should try to find an antidote. The Donegada in this region should be able to help us. They must know about all the plants.
Okay, will do. Thank you for giving us this information. We will go there immediately. And thank God the weird music is gone. I watched the video later, Michael. Don't worry. Yeah, that's the way. Just wanted to make sure. That would have been bad. And the funniest part is around 225, but that's for later, alright. Hello, kitty. And you brought a friend. I see you played even Mafia 2. That's a great game. Yep, obviously I played back in the day the original one, and yep, the remastered one too. Yep, it's a good one. Wait, we need to go down. Oh no. Probably should have gone this way, right? Because we need to get down there. Oh boy, alright, back we go. Except if there's a way down around here, which I don't think. But maybe I was right. No. Okay. We can go around here. I don't know if you played the original Mafia 1 or just the remake, but if you haven't, I recommend. Forgive me. I played both of the original parts when I was very, very young. Now that you're saying Mafia, wasn't there something that Since I played the... Obviously, I do not remember everything, that's clear. Wasn't there... Didn't they... I mean, I didn't like the third part, right? Wasn't there something that they gonna... Wasn't there something about the fourth part? Mafia 3, release, reception, sales continuation, JPEG. Yeah, in August 2022, Hangar 13 confirmed that a fourth Mafia game was in active development. I don't know anything about Mafia 4, but I can say that Mafia 3 is from other developers than Mafia 1 and 2. Yep. I know. Okay, on we go. Yep, about, you know, Mafia 1 and 2 and Viet Cong are something special here in the Czech Republic. All of them are totally amazing Czech games. They might be. I mean, they are amazing games, except Viet Cong I have not played. And if I remember correctly, you already said to me at least once I should play it. Come to think about Viet Cong, the game. Alright, hello friendly natives.
Have you managed to convince the Renaigse to leave on Olmenawi?
Yes, I actually need your help. I'm sure you know all about the plants in this region. Do you know of any that are poisonous? The leader of those who came here plans to poison one of my friends.
It's true that the leader left the camp at one point. She stayed in the woods for a while.
If it was poisonous plants she was after, I'm sure she would have collected Sardet leaves at this time of year. It's a slow but horrible poison, which causes a great deal of suffering. But the antidote can be found in some roots that we know well.
You're in luck. We have a small bottle. Anyone who drinks it quickly after being poisoned will survive.
Thank you. I'm infinitely grateful.
Do you have anything else to ask us?
You said that this region was sacred. Could you tell me more? What happened here?
Of course. It is good for the knowledge of ancient times to be available to all. Teka, tell the story.
A long time ago, as I'm sure you already know, the people of the sea emerged from the waves and began to destroy our island. They built houses here and began to hollow the cliffs. When our kings and queens went to pray in the heart of the island, on Milfrichtiman didn't just send the guardians. His anger was such that his heart caught fire, and a long trail of burning blood spread all the way to here, destroying everything in its path. The people of the sea were destroyed here in but a moment, and we learned to fear the volcano's anger.
Since that day, us Beregnodas have watched over this place to ensure that that amount of anger never returns to Enon Milfrichtiman's heart. Do you have anything else to ask us?
No. Okay, just maybe you should be wary of the language. There are some...
for your help. Goodbye.
Wa'awalamseg on Olmenawi. And don't forget, those Renaigse need to leave.
Lots of friendly remarks on the enemies, okay. I see. Maybe different in the English version, never played that. That might be too... I mean, I've never been in a war situation, obviously, right? And I'm glad about that, but I would reckon that is kind of realistic. Because in a conflict, I guess you are... I guess a lot of not so nice... I guess racist things are said, right? Denouncing stuff. Alright, yeah, I would say either. It's very atmospheric. Travel. There, just a day and 10. That's good. Go on, go on. To tell me, Michael. Yep, nice paintings. Just realized that I should have said two, not either. Yeah. To tell me, is there a... I just looked into the Steam store and on Good Old Games. Is there even a way to, on a legal way, to get Viet Cong, the game? No, it's... Nah, it's not on Steam, but... Okay, Viet Cong 2 is on Amazon. Okay, Viet Cong 2 is bad, okay. Alright, then let's... We'll quickly crack on then. We need to... Okay, yeah, Lady Mirage. Here I come. And give the good lady the antidote. If she's not already having medical problems.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me. I never imagined the Defesps would go so far. She tried to poison me.
Don't mention it. The Donigarda of the Dunkas clan should also be thanked, my lady. They gave us the antidote.
May they be blessed. I'll send them a present to thank them. But you should go straight to the palace. Aurelia de Vesp was headed there. I'm afraid she may try to take over by force.
I'll go there right away. Get well soon, my lady.
Okay, we will try to arrest the lady, which I would not call lady anymore, by the way. Now let's save. You never know what's gonna happen here in a second.
Aurelia de Vespe. On behalf of Governor Constantin d'Orsay, you are under arrest.
Oh, really? Hardly surprising. Typical of the d'Orsay family's underhanded methods. On what grounds, might I ask?
Firstly, for fraud and forgery. The wedding contract you gave us is fake.
Your lies are as dismal as they are desperate. The contract bears the seals of both my father and your prince. Is he trying to back out? Or has his idiot son simply decided to disobey him?
Neither. The d'Orsay seal upon this contract is forged, and I can prove it. Here. This is what was used to seal the contract. A cleverly made counterfeit we found in your camp.
That seal proves nothing. You probably made it yourself to undermine me. That contract could not be more authentic. The same, however, cannot be said of your noble lineage.
The second charge made against you is the attempted murder of Lady Morange. Are you also going to deny that your men attacked her?
This is a very serious accusation. I assure you that I had no knowledge of any attack on the former governor. And if an attack did indeed take place, I am certainly not the one responsible.
Is that so? Then why does this journal, written in your handwriting, say that you wish to rid your city of all d'Orsay sympathizers? And that you'd found the perfect poison to do the deed in the forest surrounding your camp? Thankfully for Lady Morange, the Donegada living in the region gave us an antidote.
A journal only conveys thoughts, not facts. Don't tell me you've never wished for someone's death without actually acting on those thoughts. And more to the point, who's to say that journal's genuine in the first place? Your so-called evidence, Mr. de Sardet, is but lie after lie.
Lastly, you are accused of having sequestered and murdered the Nauts who brought you to this island.
Another baseless accusation. I don't know how you could possibly prove my involvement.
As it happens, we freed the survivors, and they are very willing to testify against you. For all the charges set against you, you are under arrest.
The malachor upon you, de Sardet. I greatly underestimated you. How wrong I was. I should have courted you and made you my ally. Together, we would have been unstoppable. Very well. What are you going to do with me?
You'll be imprisoned here while we wait for the Congregation Council's ruling. Go on. Lock her up.
The de Vespes would have tried to impose themselves to the bitter end. It's fantastic that you've gathered all this evidence. We won't have a ruling from the Council for months. Years, even. But I'm sure the de Vespes will pay a heavy price for Aurelia's folly, and the d'Orsay family will emerge greater than ever. Anyway, you should destroy the documents you found. Nobody else should ever get hold of them.
You're right. I'm going to burn them all right now, just to be on the safe side. Goodbye, sir. Thank you for your help.
I merely gave you guidance. That is my role. See you later.
A whole bunch of giga chats, right? The thing is, Michael, with Viet Cong, even if there's a version on Amazon, thing is, I don't have a... I would need the digital version because I do not have a DVD or CD device in or at my PC anymore. Yep. Give me just a second. Yeah, too bad. Don't think that there ever was an online version. It's an old game, and Teer Fradee, the developer is no more. Alright, okay, good. Well, not good, sad, but I need to look up one word because I'm not sure if that's actually how that's... Okay, it's nearly the same. Well, boys, the Eastern languages, they are such tongue twisters, right? In pronunciation. If this is a Czech developer, right? It's a Czech name thingy too. It's... I am unable to pronounce PT like that, man. That's not... okay, that's not a normal word. Okay. But nonetheless, I oftentimes, if I see whether it's Polish or anything, or the Czech language, it's unpronounceable for me without knowledge on pronunciation of these languages. So I guess it's just a name then. Okay, I get at one... I have to tell you one thing. There's definitely gonna be a stream, or part of a stream, where we do something very, very satisfying and sell this stuff. That I can tell you. Wait. Is this a real Polish name? Then that is quite the tongue twister. Ah, there we need to go. Hello. Ah, obviously.
All that's left is to destroy the evidence the Vesps collected about us.
Yeah, if we burn everything, right?
And with it, the web of lies cast upon my friends.
Although I'm not... I don't understand why we are burning all the documents, if I'm entirely honest. But anyways, because proof and stuff about doing paperwork and sending this Pole to the camp, and they are having problems. Ah, okay, with his name. And just wait until you find out where he lives. Where? No, okay. In another tongue twister town. Yeah, okay. Makes sense in a way. Yep, send me. Send me the video. Yep, got it. Oh, don't tell me I need to take the long route. That seems to be good, right? Yeah, perfect.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Oh, come on. Loot. Oh, hello. And since we have not, I don't know, not been here, I don't know, there might be a couple of animals around. Ooh, I have a question, Michael. I just skimmed over an article the other day, and the headline of the article was, wait a second. The headline of the article: Gothic remake. The new Gothic remake trailer has the right atmosphere but the wrong accents. And I think I just skimmed over it. The person who wrote the article was not so glad about the British, or in this case the Cockney accent of a dude speaking there. Is this a thing for you with such games, that you then that a for you maybe wrong accent would throw you off?
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It wasn't a landslide that did this, but combat. A deadly one. I sure hope our little governor has escaped the carnage.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
I kinda agree, I kinda don't. Like, if the whole game is in that accent, yes, that's probably gonna be annoying, but
The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Then follow the tracks we will. Follow the tracks we will.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
Cave of Knowledge. That seems to be a very, very point to save again. Actually.
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Okay. We will examine in a second. Every single prisoner in the entire kingdom of Mutana got sent to colonies of people from Corinna's eastern archipelago, southern islands, Varant, Notma, Mutana, probably even Laren got under the barrier, so I suppose that's a lot of accents are expected. That's a good point.
Corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife. And this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Okay, and continue. We will... okay, and that then leads us someplace over here. We have a few question marks over there. Maybe that is a region we maybe, just maybe, are gonna reach today. And like, it's a big kingdom, since Notma is always under snow and Verant is a desert. So yeah, there are probably a lot of accents there, yeah.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Actually, with accents, I already not always wonder. I mean, it's clear that people from different countries who, for example, just an example, speak English in a different way, right? Because they are coined by their own language, which leads to the different English accents they have. But I'm always curious that with the different accents inside a country, which are, yes, the US is big, Germany is not that big, that even in smaller countries, accents form, right, in the same language. I think it's always a little bit, not weird, but...
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
that the bigness of the country is not the reason for accents forming, but the people there starting to speak like that in a way.
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
Yes, I agree, and I think that the word you're looking for is interesting. Yep, you're right.
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Get up.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
These are Kongar. But I couldn't tell you if they served the Bridge Alliance or Teleme.
But they did something very, very wrong. They did not loot.
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on? There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
So let's see what we are gonna find. There's an outpost building or bigger building, but that is probably not part of here. Okay, afterwards we are gonna, depending on what's gonna happen, we're gonna then take this way over there.
Path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Catisac.
Yeah, that went quick. Quicker than I thought. Come on, give me your good stuff.
And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here?
Now that is a good question.
These vials look familiar. Catisac used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if should have got some small update, but I hated before I could simply look at at your profile and have the chat in the corner, or even look at other profiles like the convergence, and still have the chat with you in the corner. Now I have to literally open the chat, slide it, and lose whatever I had opened there. I think they had an update, and Michael, I had the same exact thought. There were the messages thingy on the right side, right? I'm missing that button too, and it sucks. I hate them for that. Okay, hate is a hard word, but that's... Whoever came up with that should rethink his life.
Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see.
But I got angry, well, not angry, but I was very, very annoyed too.
This troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasak.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
I doubt that the Alliance would have decided to openly attack their ally. Don't forget that they owe their continued presence on the island to you.
And thanks to you, I know. But their men were there, on the cliff. And Constantine is no longer among us. Maybe those men are still loyal to the preceding commander. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Welcome back, Michael. Okay, let's actually, since we are around here, and I do want to see the outpost, let us go to the outpost and do complete the thing right here, which investigate the Alliance outpost. Why not? Although we need to go a little bit back. Oh, hello. Professor Seraphedin's work notes. The natives had told us about a giant creature who reigned over the heights, and the statue we have found could be a depiction of it. It is a large winged beast. It seems agile and capable of flying. Yes, it has bloody wings, right? But its body seems fragile and unprotected. Of course, it's only a depiction, and we will have to see one ourselves to confirm these observations. But yeah, the body looks like a fish. Well, weird thing. Katasak is also kinda a Giga Chat. So it seems that this game has quite a lot of Giga Chats, right? And we go that way. Oh, there's a chest. Yeah, especially Dunkes. Okay, all of them down. Got all of that loot. Ah, okay, that then leads to the camp and to the outpost. Yep, another safe. Might not hurt, right? Hello, buddy.
Colonials. You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
De Sardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I am convinced that you are hiding something from me, Captain. I will return.
And my answers will not change. Anything else?
I know you haven't told me everything about the attack that took place on the clifftop. I understand what you're feeling. The pain of seeing your men fall one after the other. The feeling of being abandoned by your leaders. The anger. But if you know anything, speak. My cousin is not one of them.
I don't know what to tell you, Excellency. I haven't stepped a foot outside camp.
I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive long if someone doesn't help him. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
We will. Contract missing scout. One of our scouts did not return from a surveillance mission in the forest north of the region. He was attempting to locate a rebel native camp. This scout comes from a good family. They offer a reward for any information that could help them find him. Kill the group of bandits. Travelers beware. Bandits have been spotted roaming around the water source to the west. Their camp is certainly in the vicinity, so we advise you to steer clear of this region unless you are heavily armed, which we are. Whoever can neutralize this threat shall be rewarded. Nice. They have very, very dirty walls. Seriously, poor guy being in such dirty conditions. Absolutely.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Alright. Acquire the antidote and bring it to the surviving soldier. We will do. But there seems to... okay. Still the questioning we still might be able to do, right? Okay, the questioning brings us completely somewhere else. Alright, got it. Now, Sovereign Potion against Sovereign Potion. Maybe we can't even, without putting anything... Yep, it's completely... I just realized that too. I just want to see if we... Magic, health, greater... Resurrection, there it should be. Haha, okay, good. That was easy.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
I was just thinking that we go to the dude in Wensha. We go to the dude. Aiden. He is cold. But we need to go to the campfire. Yay! Well, if you think about it, this Sardet is pretty slow. He runs for about 10 steps and it takes him a minute. Well, if you run around in armor, if you run a lot, I mean, we are hardly never sleeping, right? We are traveling quite a lot. I think I can forgive him, considering how much footwork he's doing without sleeping and regenning, right?
Heard stories of your
We can always complain, that's right.
Thank
yeah.
you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Ol Manawi. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded, and your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Donegan. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. but I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Donegad must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals, the earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them, that they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
Took him almost half an hour to get from the outpost to the camp. He's a lazy bugger, yeah. Let's agree on that. He's lazy. He should work on his attitude. Yep, he should get a proper workout. See, now we need another half an hour to get back to the outpost, right? Man. Yep, and then another hour, half an hour back here. Yeah. We should get the developer some feedback, right? Okay, now. And then they have lazy wounded people, right? Who take a whole day to recover from their wounds, right? Everyone here is lazy.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Captain Idris. Let's have a chat. Well, he looks dead. Let's have a chat with the captain. Yep, I was thinking. I was thinking about Idris Elba too. And then I thought about Cyberpunk. Phantom thingy add-on. Idris Elba. Anyways.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
He's just kissing our ass because we gave him the money, right? Anyways. Okay. Okay, that's still that. Okay, then we ignore that for now. To that man's voice. Alright, then we need to take the long way back to the camp. Well, there's only one way, but it takes long. That's what I intended to say. I wonder something actually. Sorry, small detour. What do we have up here? I hope not only a nice lookout. No, we haven't been here, Michael. But there's an armor set and a weapon, which I do wanna know. Well, we are now, yeah. I just wanna see how that is looking like. It looks cool too. It's worse. And it doesn't look as cool as our current weapon, I agree, but it looks kinda cool too. I do like the hilt. It looks not bad. It definitely does not look bad, in my opinion. Okay, good. Now then, let's descend. And put, since we need to travel anyhow, let's put some stuff out of inventory into the box, into the infinite box we have available. Wherever the storage chest can take infinite amount and we are overweight. But anyways, that maybe shall make it a little realistic, I guess. That looks a little feminine, but not that bad. Inventory should always be infinite in every game. Agreed. 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 Couldn't agree more. Most definitely. Hello, boys. Okay, I just wanted to see what they drop. That was the reason. Who fungus, yeah. Always nice to have, right? No pun intended. I'm sorry. Alright, I remember we freed some prisoners here a couple of weeks ago, I would say. Yep, when Kadesh was, you know, it's actually real fungus on trees that looks like hoof. Yep, when Kadesh was in stream, at that moment I looked it up on Wikipedia. And it doesn't look nice.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
Although I do like fungus, which you can eat, can be quite tasty. And most importantly, it's the secret part in ammunition, but shh. Good, the military hasn't found out, right? But not that they are, those are called mushrooms. Not that they are, then I correct myself, mushrooms. Not that they are gonna be looking for you for the secret ingredient, right?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield. I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Teer, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Let's hope not. That we are gonna pay with our lives.
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
Ew.
The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Doneigad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Doneigad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Teer Fradee. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Teer Fradee Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Okay, convince Mev the Tirana to help you. Alright, we will try. She's the type of person to say if it's your fault to a rape victim. Yep, she seems to be a very good victim blamer. I will never understand, by the way, that argument. You were a skirt. It's your fault. Never understand it. You dressed so sexy. It's your own fault. You shouldn't dress up like that. Yep, exactly. Brain rot. That's a very good description. Oh, see, he's even too lazy to go up this small hill. Man. Lazy bastard. Every single Unga Bunga is Einstein compared to these people. Totally agreed. Climb, thank you. And then I do want to travel fast to the desired location. Oh, come on. You can go through bushes, buddy. Travel. Up there we will. I want to be certain and just safe. Better for my brain to have a spot to hop back to of my choosing. She has a nice flower in her hut, in her room, in her house.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
Talk about... Yes.
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek
I don't
the
remember.
remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegat.
Katasach is dead. Under Voshtire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
Will you leave him alive as well?
What do you mean?
You let the one who tried to kill me go.
That is true. But I can't yet tell you what I will do to the one responsible for this. At least we'll have a chance to find Constantine.
Because it is your true reason to act upon this, no? Whatever your reasons deep down, I too would like to understand. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
I'll go and get the ingredients you require, and I'll find you there when the moment has come.
Safe travels.
Okay, craft the potion. The potion. Okay, you had to get the seed of that flower to open the big door. Okay, that I do not remember. But if we did get the seed, we didn't see it full grown, right? In the meantime, it grew. Then. Okay, it was full grown. Too bad. I thought that would have been cool if it actually would have grown. Okay, craft a potion for the ritual. Is there a workbench around? No, it ain't. Tiana was running away from you and you had to open the big door. You got in her hut, found a flower. It had no seed. You had to get the fresh one to open the door. Okay. Thank you for the recap. Okay. Here we go, and then from there on we can get to... Oh, I didn't want to set the marker. I wanted to travel. Stupid me. And from there we can slowly walk to the camp on... I should have... outpost there. From there then we can walk to the outpost on Tuesday. Because that already then leads us to the end of today's stream. Sadly enough, it's then already over. Right. Well, I had some... The last 2 or 3 streams seem to be like big-ass progress. That's actually quite neat. We are progressing. That's always a good feeling, right? And don't forget, I watched the... I won't, but thanks for the reminder again, buddy. Thank you for watching, Michael. Thank you for the nice conversation. I hope your food tasted good. And we are going to see us back here on Tuesday. Thank you for the 2 likes, and good night. And may the almighty sleeper protect you too, Michael. Good night, goodbye, and see you on Tuesday, hopefully. Yep, today is always good. I agree. Alright, good night.